Today's video is brought to you by Bones Coffee Company. Make sure you check out my affiliate link in the video description down below to get 10% upon checkout. Alright my fellow agents, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and there happen to be two very important details I need to mention as we start this video off. First of all, as of my posting this, we happen to be in the middle of a season event called Redline Overdrive and a global event called Ambush. Now the reason I reference that as we start the video off is because in the gameplay footage you're about to see, both of those events are going to be active, which means the damage numbers are going to be much higher. However, with that being said, at the very end of the video I will show you some gameplay footage with the events turned off. That way you know exactly what the build can do without any special events taking place. Now as always, I will leave timestamps in the video description, that way you can bounce in between the sections anytime you want. And we're going to start off with going over the details in regard to the Redline Overdrive event. Now this happens to be one of those very short 3-day events, which means it is only going to be live from March 17th through the 19th, and during this time automatically you're going to get the following bonuses. 50% crit hit damage, 25% crit hit chance. There is also a 25% crit hit chance cap, which means the cap during this event is going to be 85%, which is absolutely f***ing insane. There's also a 25% mag size increase as well as a 25% reload speed increase as well. And once again, to be very clear my friends, this event is automatically turned on. You do not need to do a damn thing. And the best part is that it's also in conjunction with the Ambush Global event, which has quickly become one of the best ones we have seen in the game. Now thankfully this global event is incredibly user friendly. Basically all you got to do is stand still. I do not care if you're standing still in the middle of the street, you could be in cover, doesn't matter. As long as you're stationary you will get that damage bonus, and there's a clear indication on screen when the damage meter is filling up and when it's filled. The other thing I need to mention really quick as we move on is that when it comes to the global event you need to activate it. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner of this page there's a prompt that says activate. You got to make sure you turn that on, and you can turn the event off or on anytime you want, but always remember if the event is not turned on you will not earn any stars regardless of how many shade levels that you earn or challenges you complete, and that's the currency you're going to use at the global event vendor where you can buy a bunch of different caches. Now as far as your build is concerned, in full transparency, you could pretty much use any damn thing you want because you're going to be putting out so much damage again when you're standing still, but this happens to be my go-to build during this event, and I'm using the big Alejandro LMG. Now this weapon is going to be a guaranteed reward when you get to level 46 in the anniversary reward track. It is in the free track, you don't have to buy anything. You can also possibly get it by opening up anniversary caches, and if you want a full breakdown of how the event works, I'll leave a link to a video I posted when the event began. Now as you can see, this weapon has the talent cover shooter. Every bullet fired while in cover increases weapon damage by 1% up to 100%. The bonus lasts for 15 seconds. Getting a kill with this weapon while in cover resets the duration, but you can also see at the very bottom the bonus damage is going to be cancelled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. Now the reason I mention that is because I know a lot of players out there, including myself, as soon as there's a break in the action we tend to hit that reload button. You do not want to do that with this weapon, you want to empty the tank. And for those of you out there who do not have this weapon as yet, I recommend using the Pestilence. It is just so much damn fun during this thing. And actually in the gameplay footage with the events turned on, I will be using the Pestilence. I'll show you some with the big Alejandro, and then at the very end, like I said earlier, I'll show you some gameplay footage without any events active whatsoever. Making our way to the gear itself, you can see we're running 1 unit alloys, the Overdog's gloves, and 4 of the tipping scales gear set. Now as you can see, we're running 4 to get all of the gear set bonuses, 2 pieces 30% magazine size, 3 pieces 30% LMG damage, 4 pieces throttle control. Shooting is going to build stacks to a max of 50. Each stack is going to provide 0.5% weapon handling and 4% crit hit damage. Next we have the body armor. It's the 1 piece of unit alloys. We're using the named body armor, the Equalizer, because of its talent, Perfect Obliterate. With that talent, critical hits are going to increase weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 24 times. Continuing on to the holster and the knee pads, they are 2 more pieces of the tipping scales gear set. You will notice I'm doing my best to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. Right after that we have the gloves, which as you can see are the Overdogs. Now I know a lot of players out there are still in the process of trying to get these things. They happen to be one of those must-have exotics, and the reason they are so effective is because they have the talent Weakest Link. Did I just say Winkest? Weakest Link. And that talent is going to amplify weapon damage by 30% to the lowest ranking enemy currently in combat as per the tier hierarchy. In the meantime, if you do not have those as yet, you can use Contractor's Gloves, as they will give you an additional 10% LMG damage bonus, and they have that middle attribute, 8% damage to armor. Last but not least, we have the Tipping Scales backpack, and because we are wearing the bag, we have access to the talent Snowball, and that is going to increase the crit hit damage received per stack from 4 to 7. As far as the skills are concerned, you can really use any combination you want. Because I'm using the gunner specialization, I'm using the Banshee Pulse, and I'm also using the Fixer Drone. Finally, when we take a look at the numbers, you can see I'm sitting at 71% crit hit chance. Remember, right now during this event, Redline Overdrive, the max is going to be 85%. And I'm also sitting at 153.6 crit hit damage. Remember, those numbers are going to be dependent on not only the gear I have equipped, but having a Shade Watch of level 1000. Hope this helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage and a few final thoughts. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone. Hello once again, my fellow agents. I hope you're doing well on this fine day. Alright, so the gameplay footage you're looking at right now, I think it's needless to say, is with both of the events turned on. I'm using that Pestilence build I showed you a moment ago. And at the very end of the video, I will show you that big Alejandro build without any events active whatsoever. Now, in my opinion, right now is one of the best times to farm in the game, especially when it comes to retaliation. And the reason I say that is because a lot of players out there may struggle on the higher difficulties. When you're using the combination of these events, you are absolutely shredding everything left and right. So if you're trying to get certain blueprints by playing retaliation, going after different factions, getting blueprints like the Overdog so you can finally craft something for the first time if you've never been lucky enough to get it to drop, now is going to be one of the best times to do so. And even when the Redline Overdrive event ends, while we have the Ambush Global event, it is a perfect time to farm. I will bring you multiple videos over the next week showing you the best ways, in my opinion, to get these blueprints, all that good stuff. That's all I got for this portion of the video, my friends. I'm gonna leave you with that gameplay footage. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you in the next one.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Hostile kill squad nearby. Stay alert. Kill squad eliminated.
So remember that one time long ago when I told you not to reload when you're using this weapon? Guess what I did non-stop in the gameplay footage you're looking at? I was reloading this thing every single moment there was a break in the action, so just keep your foot to the floor, because the last thing you want to do is constantly cancel that damage bonus. Now the last thing I want to mention really quick is that in the gameplay footage you are looking at, I do not have any global modifiers running whatsoever. I know that's something I referenced at the beginning of the video. And the reason they're turned off is I want to ensure that whenever you see this thing, you know exactly what it can do without any special events going on. That's going to do it for my part, my friends. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you in the next one.
Dead.
Agent, do what you have to do to secure the clinic. We can't give up. There could still be survivors inside.
I got this!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I thought you were supposed to be dead! Fly on the ground! Ready to die!
We'll bury our dead and move the supplies you recovered back to the bridge. We'll find Danvers and